Okay, you are live.
Uh, Nasser, can you let me share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I will stop sharing now. You can go ahead.
My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So, hello, folks. Today we'll be presenting Solang Playground, a Solidity web editor, presented to you by Web3 Foundation, Hyperledger, and Solang. And by the way, Solang is the little armadillo thing. It's a notion for security and stuff. So before diving into Solang Playground, I would like to present Solang itself, the compiler itself, its background and its vision. So this is a really broad statement, but what we currently have in the blockchain space is mainly two categories of blockchains. On one hand, we have chains like Solana, Polkadot, and Soliman, preferring Rust and Rust contracts for its safety, portability, and performance. And most often, these Rust contracts compile to WebAssembly and eBPF, while on the other hand, we have EVM chains uh, supporting Solidity code and Solidity bytecode with a wide range of tools like Remix and Hardhat and so on. So a developer starting out in the blockchain space will most probably go to the right-hand side, to the developer experience side, and to the tooling side. For example, looking at these two code snippets. So on the left, we have Ink. So Ink is the contracts sub-language or EDSL language for Polkadot, as you may know. And it's basically, this is a simple incremental contract, basically a contract that stores a value in storage, increments it, and retrieves it again. And it's in Rust. And on the right-hand side, we have a Solidity contract doing the exact same thing. And the first thing you can notice is the simplicity that Solidity provides, right? Basically because it's very much similar to C++. So most programmers or developers are already familiar with it. So Solang's vision, or what it aimed to be, was to bring Solidity to Solana, Polkadot, and Soroban. Basically bring the best of both worlds. Bring a simple language, like anyone can learn easily. Its learning curve is much more simpler than Rust, to chains that are more safe and more portable. But we have a problem that basically developers are needy, right? Uh, Basically, they would need extra tooling. They would need a battle-tested project, and they also need a lot of documentation, tutorials, and how-tos, and so on. So, Solang Playground is not a solution to this, but we can call it an initiative. A lot of work needs to be done. So this is, as you may have seen it before, this is Remix IDE. This is a web editor that requires absolutely no installation of any prior software. You can open it in your web editor. Basically, you can compile a Solidity contract, deploy it, interact with it with absolutely no hassle. And this is basically our aim. But instead of compiling to the Ethereum target, we want to compile it for Polkadot, Soroban, and Solana. So that's why we initiated Solang Playground. It basically has the same aim as Remix, but with the different targets. This is the current state of the project. As you can see, it needs your help. So basically, we have a really simple compile button that will compile to the needed target. And here you can it's a simple editor. You can edit your Solidity code and so on with the language smarts provided from the web server. And actually, behind the scenes, a lot has been going into the project structure. And Tarek will speak about the current project structure.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So, as Salah has just outlined the overall vision of Solang Playground, I'll dive into the details of our structure and the architecture that we have now. So, let's start with a high-level user flow to understand how the different components of Solang Playground interact with each other. So, as you have seen in the previous slide that Salah has just showed, we have basic IDE running in the browser, and you can get feedback directly in the browser in the IDE. So, for example, if there is a compile error, you can get smarts about this in the browser itself. And we have a compile button. So whenever you click compile, the as you can see now, this is the compile button. And here, if you type anything that doesn't compile anything or will give you a warning, you would see it directly in the editor itself. So this makes it a lot easier to actually debug your code. It's just basic developer tools. Also, when you click compile, the request goes to the client and the compiling happens behind the scenes. And you just get the WebAssembly pack, the contract bundle in case of Polkadot. And it's simply downloaded to your machine. You don't have to install anything, or there is absolutely no prerequisites. You would just have the compiled contract on your machine, and you can interact with it as you want. Okay, so next, let's get into the detailed architecture of the project and understand how it works internally. So basically, you can think of Solang Playground as two repos inside one repo, right? So the first one is crates subdirectory, which is basically Rust code. We currently have two main crates and other supplementary crates as well. So we have the browser crate. This is a very important crate that actually compiles Solang language server to WebAssembly for the front end to use. In the front end, we are actually using Monaco web editor to integrate Solang language server. And the other crate in the crates subdirectory is the backend, which handles the smart contract compilation. It was actually like very tricky to get this working in the browser. So this runs a Solang Docker image, official Docker image in the background. We run we compile your code in a sandboxed environment without network access or without anything. So it's safe. Your code is safe if you compile it here. And you get the feedback from the backend as well. Also, there are a couple of supplementary crates that if you go into the project structure, you'll find them, but they are just complementing these crates, right? And for the front end, there's the TypeScript part, which is under the packages subrepo. This is just the front end app served by the Rust backend, as we discussed. Okay, this is just like interacting with the compile endpoint and uses Monaco web editor, as I said, to enable Solang language server to work on the browser, right? So yeah, this is the current project structure that we have. And regarding our roadmap, when we initially started this, we had 4 milestones that we thought made sense. So the first one was getting actually Solang language server to work in the browser, since this is like the basic functionality that we are offering. So we got this working, I think, a month ago. And then we also now, for the second milestone, we planned to get the backend compile functionality, which is like working in Docker, as I said. and we got this as well done. And for the third and fourth milestones, we are thinking about interacting with the smart contracts on chain. We are still thinking of the optimal way to do this. We are considering several options. And yeah, so this is in progress. And the fourth one, we would do UI improvements, mainly in the front end. Yeah, so that's basically the four milestones that we had in mind. So yeah, just another note that I wanted to say is that Solang Playground is like public on GitHub in Hyperledger Labs. So feel free like to examine the code and leave any comments. You can open issues or if you face any problems. And if you want to help with that development, we would be more than happy to help you get started. And yeah, you can join us if you want.
Hey, Tarek, this is super interesting. May I ask a question?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
And it's Tarek, right? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, right.
Okay, thanks. This is Eric over in I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
Was super curious. Has anyone used this so far, and just kind of what was their feedback? Did they find it a lot easier? Just kind of like, what problem did it solve? And just curious if you got any user feedback so far.
Yeah. So the problem that we are solving is that we are like making it so much faster to actually get going with Solang. So instead, like the other option would be to that you actually install Solang
Right.
locally and install the language server in VS Code or your editor of choice and use both of them locally. So we're just saving you time. You can
Got it.
just yeah.
Super interesting. Okay, no, thanks so much, Tarek.
Thank you. So yeah, and we wanted to do a shout out for Cyril and Sean, who are the maintainers of Solang. They helped us. Me and I and Salah were actually Hyperledger mentees. I was a Hyperledger mentee last year, and Salah I think the year before. So yeah, they were super helpful and they helped us start with Solang actually. So yeah, if you have any questions, we would be more than happy to answer.
I think another question, Tarek, in regards to the roadmap, is there anything kind of planned out, or how do you see it? Do you see any expansion in regards to actually be able to develop Solidity contracts or any enhancement with working with Solidity contracts
So,
that you have planned?
so Eric, are you familiar with Solang itself? Did you try it out before?
I've never tried it. I understand what it is, but
Huh?
just high level.
Okay,
I'm not
so
on the developer side,
yeah,
so
all right. So basically, so Solang Playground is a supplementary project for Solang. And the main problem we have with Solang is it's basically harder to install it than to try out Solidity code on another platform.
right.
So that's why we are developing Solang Playground in the first place, right? It is currently the current state of the project does not permit someone to try out Solidity code freely. So as the moment you cannot, for example, interact seamlessly with the compiler. But
Got it. Okay.
we are just like in the second milestone of like 4 or 5 milestones. The UI is not that great actually, and so on. So yeah, it's still in the development process, and we'd
Yeah, no,
actually need and we would actually need a lot more of tutorials, how tos, and so on to supplement Solang Playground. But
right.
as we mentioned, it's like an initiative, but not a full-on solution. If if you get what I mean.
No, totally makes sense, Sala.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a cool world, and I'm not on the developer side of things. My
Mhm.
counterpart is, and I'm
All
kind of
right.
bringing this back to him with what you guys are doing. But obviously, smart contracts, they are so difficult to deal with. So anything to help is great.
Yeah. So, are you like interested in Polkadot or Solana? What are you interested in?
Yeah, so and the reason I joined this call, we'd be
Mhm.
really interesting. Right now, we're created a product to deploy smart contracts to Ethereum, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the founder of this product is at LexisNexis right now.
All right.
So essentially, he's taking CLM, which is contract lifecycle management, and has built out a project and product for SCLM, so smart contract lifecycle management. And right now, he's able to, basically type in the English language, convert it to Solidity code, and then deploy it to Ethereum only right now. But I was wondering if there's a potential way we can implement this, or it's super interesting.
Actually, if you are looking to support other chains, if you are looking for support on Solana or Polkadot target, that actually might be what you are looking for. But
Sala, that is the plan, right? Because at the
yeah.
end of the day, we're building, right? It's first start with Ethereum,
Mhm.
just given the amount of smart contracts. But, that's why I joined this call, because if we can make it easy for everyone on all chains, would be huge.
Yeah, exactly. And Solang's vision and Solang Playground vision in the beginning was to for a Solidity developer to easily import or to port his contracts to other chains, right?
Right.
Yeah, but this needs more time at the moment.
Yeah.
I would say maybe I would give it at least 8 or 9 months till maturation, right?
Okay.
Then since we can do that seamlessly. Uh, so yeah, does that answer your question?
It answers it exactly. And as I mentioned, I'm not on the development side of things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not as technical as some of you folks. So please, please be light on me if I misspeak here. So thank you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And then, Sala and Tarek, I don't want to take away from this conversation, but I'd be really curious. Maybe you could take a look at our platform and see if there's a way we can kind of implement it as we're building out too, kind of getting our mind in the
Uh,
right direction, if that makes sense.
yeah, please feel free to. Let me just uh, close my screen.
And again, I don't want to take away from the demo here, so I
No,
apologize
it's
to
fine.
anyone.
It's fine. It's fine. Please go on.
Yeah, so Tarek and Sala, maybe I can, as mentioned, the founder of this company is from LexisNexis already. So
Mm-hmm.
he's got the contract lifecycle management. He's an attorney. He's
All
got
right.
that background,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very technical, right? And
Yeah.
my job is to figure out, hey, how else can we, where else can we plug this in? And you guys came about, and I'm like, this makes total sense.
Okay. Perfect. If you want to show like what the pipeline is, I'm super interested.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you guys on Meetup, and let's set a time. His name's Mike. He's in North Carolina. I'm in Arizona, in the States here. So
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Maybe we can like plug in emails or contact info. Yeah. All right.
yep.
Okay, I will send my email in the Zoom chat right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll copy that right now, Tarek. And where are you guys based? Are you out in?
Yeah. So Tarek is based in Egypt and I am based in Germany.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Egypt, I haven't been to. I just spent a little time in Frankfurt, though.
Mhm.
Which is
Frankfurt is nice. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice. Um.
You should give Egypt a try. Should come sometime.
Oh, Egypt. Forget it. Come on, that's one of the top destinations in the world, man. I'm dying to go. I'm jealous. All right, guys, I have these emails. I'll reach out now and I'll CC Mike, the founder of what he's calling Legifier. So it really
Okay.
is the first SCLM. But your tool and solution may just kind of interact perfectly.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Please do that.
All right, I'll pause and give the other folks some questions. Sorry, all.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, any other questions? Okay. And by the way, so we are looking for people to contribute. We have emails, my email and Tarek's email in the chat. So please reach out if you are looking to contribute to the project. Um, if you are interested and if you have a little bit of TypeScript / Rust capabilities, that would be super awesome. So yeah, if there is no other questions, so let's wrap that up. What do you think, David?
Yeah, if you're done, I mean, feel free to use the room as long as you'd like. Even feel free to show more about what's going on, or we could wrap it up. Certainly your call.
Does anyone has any questions?
All right. So okay, so if no other questions, let's wrap it up and have a nice day, everyone.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Good.
Bye.